liquidity, where you find out how not to be fucking exit liquidity.
All right. We're on episode 9. Back from what, like a month-long hiatus? Got the COVID.
No, like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Was it?
Felt like
Yeah,
a
I think
while,
so.
honestly. How was I mean, I asked you over text, but should we be visiting Patagonia? Think it's worth it?
It was cool. If you're willing to like unplug, then yeah. But it's also like way out of the way. Like if you're gonna go anywhere for like nature and hiking and stuff, like the US is kind of hard to beat. But Patagonia is still like really unique. So if you're willing to make the like 15-hour flight and not have reliable internet connection for a little while, yeah, go for it.
Were you there while the USDC was crashing, or were you back by then?
No, I was back. I was
Oh, you were back.
where was I when USDC was crashing? I was here, I think. I was supposed to be traveling, but no, I was here.
Did you miss anything in Patagonia?
Good question. Did I miss anything?
Significant that you want to update on?
Investigation. I was there.
I'm honestly, it's good. It's good that you don't remember. That means you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I guess
It means
not.
you actually enjoyed your trip.
Yeah, I was there for the first 7 days of March. So no, I don't think I missed much, honestly. I don't remember what happened there, but I don't think I missed anything.
Did you come to any realizations in Patagonia, like being unplugged?
Dude, I was honestly, I actually wasn't that unplugged for the first 2 days because I was sick. So I was trapped in my little cabin for like a full 48 hours.
Damn.
But past that, I mean, no, not really. It wasn't that like I was like fully unplugged. It was just that reliable internet connection was really hard to find. So like I have it for like 5-10 minutes and then not for an hour, and then I have it for like an hour and then not for like 2-3 hours. So yeah, I wasn't like full unplugging. I also wasn't
Perfect
fully
timing.
in Patagonia too. Yeah, that's true.
So I think let's start with the. I want to start with the USDC crash just because, like, you're not a macro guy, and we said we're not going to talk about macro, but I just want to throw this question at the highest level of macro. Are you buying into the narrative of banks failing equal Bitcoin good? Are you buying that at all?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
But that creates a lot more problems than it solves. Like, I would rather the banks not fail and Bitcoin not go up than the banks fail and Bitcoin goes up. Like, I don't know, like the whole thing with Balaji, like it's dumb.
He was just raising
It's
the
dumb.
alarm bells. It's not real.
Yeah, I mean it's dumb, but like if something like that comes to pass, like you're gonna wish it didn't. Even if you have all your money in Bitcoin, you're gonna be like there's gonna be a lot more hysterical than that.
Yeah. And do you think the basic idea that everyone's saying is that they have to print money to save the banks? Do you think that turns around the narrative? Not just like, oh, does this make sense in the macro world, and is this macro ideology actually like real? But when you see these like narratives pop up that you don't even care to like you don't care either way, but you see people like buying into it, do you think just the fact that people buy into it gives it legs? I saw a lot of people say like it's obvious that banks failing doesn't do Bitcoin well, and people shouldn't wish for that, especially in the long term. But people are trading on that narrative. But does the fact that people are trading on that narrative, but no one's actually doing it, like no one's unloading their bank and buying Bitcoin, like nobody is. But do you think that narrative alone, even if no one's doing it, has legs?
Um,
Are you playing it at all in your own personal life?
no, no. I mean,
You haven't bought Bitcoin spot.
I have some spot Bitcoin. I actually have more than I thought I did. Um, I was accumulating some for a little bit, and I kind of just forgot about it because it's all cold. Um,
But you haven't been moved to buy more Bitcoin spot.
no. But the thing, like, I totally should have been. I mean, if you look at, I don't know if this is going to continue, but I saw a really like useful way to do this is you go to, there's like something you can click on somewhere. On like CoinGecko, there's a way to denote everything in Bitcoin. I
Yeah.
can't remember how to do that, but you
think
do
it's
that, and
Katala.
everything is red. Everything is
Yeah.
red except for, yeah, here I found it. Everything's red except for Bitcoin. So it's like, well, not everything, but
At the
almost
very least,
everything is
people are
red.
moving their other like altcoins into crypto or into Bitcoin. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it red on ETH?
is it red? Yeah, it's definitely red on ETH. ETH is
Yeah.
bleeding against Bitcoin right now. If you look at ETH BTC, I I don't think it's that people are selling their alts into Bitcoin, which they probably are. I think it's more so that I think this is like maybe not new money, but not like normal money that's flowing into Bitcoin. Like it's not the usual suspects that it has been for the past couple months. Like your your uncle who works for Amazon probably has an idea of what happened with SVB, and like if he knows what Bitcoin is, the natural like conclusion there is like,
Just
oh,
scooped up a
if
bit.
I had Bitcoin, this wouldn't have happened. You know, like
Yeah.
it's like the narrative is kind of being spelled out for even like normal people, I think.
I think the best thing this
So
does is like a lot of the TradFi people I talked to, I was like they were like shocked at the idea of like a bank failing, and I was like, you were blaming, like, think about it on the spectrum of how fast money moves. Like that's why all these crypto fucking banks fail, because money in this space moves ultra fast. And so when it moved in like the real world and like where it's like digital money but not crypto, that's the same thing that happens. And so at least I hope this makes people forget about how shitty our industry fell like 3 months ago. I feel like it covers
uh,
up our stain a bit. Anyway,
yeah, yeah, to some extent.
that's what I least hope. All right, that's all the macro that you're gonna get
Thank God.
on this podcast.
Yeah,
You can breathe
that was
again.
painful.
The next thing, I mean, I don't care about the USDC DPEG, honestly, unless you want to throw in some words on it.
No, no. Let's talk about either Arbitrum or Polygon. I'll let you pick between those two. Because
I'm
Arbitrum's the
tempted
easy
to go
one.
Polygon.
I think you're pretty polarized in Polygon right now, though, and I think I can refute most of your points there too.
Okay, let's go Polygon then, because you
All
just
right.
said you're gonna refute most of it. And let's keep an eye on the timer. Let's try and keep this, like, let's not try and stay too hard on.
All right, all right,
But,
all right.
I think Polygon. Okay, this is what I want to do, and I haven't done this. I have no supporting information. Okay, I have no supporting homework, but I'm just gonna go on Crunchbase or somewhere, or no, DeFi Llama. Oh yeah, what happened with DeFi Llama? Did you see that today? Or yesterday?
Yeah, yeah. Like
That's
everybody who's like close to the team is saying that NGMI and like the intern and all them are like on the right side. Like a hostile takeover is
Some people are saying, well, like, they have
needed.
to make fucking money.
Well, that's the thing is just like this is why this model doesn't work. Like I loved what they've been doing, and like I think it's awesome
What
that
model do you propose
they were
they do?
something that makes money. Anything that makes money, I don't know. They can't just like I love the guys and they put out fantastic features, but
So good.
like yeah,
They have
it's
such
like
a
one
good
thing if you do
reputation.
that it's one thing if you do that on like a smaller scale, like this. Let's say one day you're like, I'm gonna launch a token for exit liquidity, and I'm like, no, fuck that, I'm forking. Like no one's gonna not only is no one gonna care, but neither of us is gonna care enough to like be charged enough about either of those views. But with DeFi Llama, when their swap aggregator has done what, like 5-6 billion in volume, like one of their dozens and dozens of products that is each more popular than the
No
last.
one's
Like,
gonna be mad if they took like 0.002% off those on that. Like no one
I don't
would be
think so
mad.
either. I mean, there's a lot of different
I
ways they
just
can
can't
go.
believe how they didn't come to that as an agreement instead of going directly for a fucking token. Like if you have one guy who just wants a fucking token is money hungry, and one guy who doesn't want any monetizations and it's like some kind of, I don't know, but like doesn't want any monetization. That's the easiest way to come together. It's like the aggregator and just slapping a fee on there. No one would have been mad at that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how they didn't come to that conclusion. Also, do you think a token would have been a good idea? I know you said you would buy it.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would buy it if all this shit didn't happen, but after there was a hostile takeover and all this stuff happening, hell yeah, I'd buy it. And tokens definitely like why did they? No, they don't need a token. Like what?
They
They're
do. The
they're
token would destroy. That's
they're
what
a
the complaint. Even
they're
without
a data
destroying.
aggregator. In what way are
Oh
they
my
decentralized
goodness.
or have some sort of a token? Like,
They
yeah, I
don't
guess they
have to
could
be.
implement it.
They don't have to be. All they have to do is just with the aggregator, they turn on a fee switch. That's it.
Sure, yeah, yeah. I mean, they could do that, or they could just take the fees
And they're
themselves
like,
because
oh,
they
if you
built the whole
want,
thing themselves.
well, they're obviously gonna keep a shit ton of tokens. Anyway,
Yeah,
I thought that was funny. But
yeah, that
Polygon
was pretty cool.
raised a total of $451 million. These guys
Okay,
have been in the space since when? When are we gonna say they've been in the space? 2019?
longer than us.
Definitely longer than us. 2019.
2019 got to be longer than 20. Really?
I think it's longer than 2019 too.
It's got to be longer than 2019.
But their first seed investment was recorded for
2017. It was
2019.
launched in 2017.
So Sidechain launched in 2017, or just the
Uh,
Polygon company.
it just says Polygon was launched in 2017.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah, it was a side chain. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the timeline from what I know, and this is not gonna be accurate, and I want you to correct me on what I'm gonna say, but this is my understanding of what we've seen from this team so far. Right? They make a sidechain, right? And 2021 bull run comes. Sidechain was supposed to take users off of Ethereum and bring them to a less crowded, fee-friendly sidechain. It did that in the beginning, and it eventually became terribly clogged. From what I've heard, and this is not first-hand use case. I did not use it in 2021. I don't fucking know a single person who used it in 2021. Not talking about buying the token, I'm talking about using the sidechain. There were people farming. I remember there were people farming when they were incentivizing liquidity. Yeah. But like other than that, I've heard nothing else. So from what I know, they tried optimistic rollups. There was rumors that they were going to make an optimistic rollup. Then they decided, through what I think is a pivot because they couldn't compete with Arbitrum and Optimism, to ZK technology. And I will give credit where credit is due. These guys have they probably spent all $450 million on that fucking ZK. At least I hope they did. And the research that came to that technology and the hiring people. And then along the way, they've done big BD deals after fucking BD partnership deals. Not one of them makes fucking sense and has been like, okay, I've come with they've brought this partnership, they brought this many users that are going to do this, and that. And like nobody has seen that, or like to me, right? Both of us have been in this space long enough. There has been no app, there's been no partnership. A partnership hasn't led to an app that's going to brought either of us onto the fucking chain. From what I know, and from what you know. From what I know about you and from what I know about myself, I have not used that shit. I don't think you have used that shit on a consistent basis. So they're making ZK shit. So I hope to God that shit works. And I hope to God that shit is insanely good. But to be quite honest, and I was telling you how I don't like that they're doing so many things at once. Did you see that GCR tweet? That GCR tweet, I'm not gonna lie, has been making me rethink my life. But he said he was talking about macro shit, but basically how the Federal Reserve is trying to combat inflation and save banks at the same time. And the tweet is like a regular philosophy saying where the man who chases two rabbits ends up with none.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that's why I don't like Polygon. They're trying to do too many things at once, and it's not going to work. And the cherry on top, which made me tweet today, was watching their partnership announcement on Bankless between them and Immutable X. Apparently, as you give your rebuttal, I'm going to pull up this Bankless clip because holy shit is it bad. Like,
I actually didn't. I saw the news around that announcement, but I didn't read it yet. Well, I don't think I was gonna read it, to be honest. I just saw Polygon and Immutable X, and I was like, oh, cool, like another partnership,
another BD partnership that's going to produce God knows what. I think this is their most valuable one that's going to bring actual crypto users up.
No. Oh, I mean actual crypto users. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think they do something with Immutable X's gaming because. I mean, for what this Immutable X guy was saying, the dude said he had 20 billion API requests in Immutable X in last quarter. 20 billion, which I think is significant. Apparently, they have 150 AAA rated games on Immutable X. I haven't played a single fucking one. Probably never will. But if there's a game that comes along that's useful, like I could see a company coming and saying, okay, like we're gonna we'll build a fucking like game on chain to try and milk some money, and they'll just have Immutable X like do a white glove service of just like doing everything for them, and they'll get paid. Like I could see that happening, but I don't know the way they were explaining. So Sandeep was on, and he explained that they're building a ZK EVM chain for Immutable X. And Polygon is apparently trying to stay on the infrastructure layer and provide gas fees in the form of Matic to their validators. That was the tokenomics around this. And then the Immutable X guy was like, the Bankless host, I forget his name, was like, or David, was like, so what does this mean for IMX if Polygon is absorbing fees? And like they had to come up with some bullshit. And you could see Sandeep's face where it's like, this doesn't make any sense. So go ahead. I think Polygon is shit. I think they fail ZK EVM. I think they provided a lot of the research that everyone else needed to beat them. And I think ZK Sync is better. Fuck Polygon. That's my last. That's my. Dude, what is their valuation right now? 10 billion probably.
Not enough.
No way you're serious. Fully diluted valuation is 11 billion. 10
That's like almost fully circulating. Yeah. This Immutable X thing is a ZK EVM. Did you know that?
10 billion. But they're on Starkware, aren't they?
Yeah, who?
Immutable X.
No, it's a Polygon. It's a Stark based ZK VM, but it's powered by Polygon. So I don't know if that means it's built with like Midden or what.
Built with Midden.
Anyways, you said a lot of things there that were like wrong.
Again, I have no.
Okay, listen.
Again, I have no.
I'm not a
I have no
Polygon-
proof for this. These are my feelings only.
I'm not a long-term Polygon bull. I think that Polygon is usually like from a price action perspective, it's usually one of like the easiest tokens to add on to. Like they have one of the strongest medium-term outlooks of any organizations. Like I think 10, 20 plus years, they still have a very strong case, but not as strong as like the more immediate future.
Do you think
one
they
thing,
succeed if their ZK EVM doesn't do as good as ZK Sync?
yeah, because they have
Like,
six
if
other
it's the difference-
projects behind it. Like, what's
What
a
are
matter
the
if
6
one
other
fails,
projects?
one has to take off.
What are the 6 other projects? Because
So they have two Zake EVMs. They have two Zake EVMs. They have Maiden, which is not launched yet, and then they have it's either just Polygon ZK EVM or maybe it's Hermes, or maybe Hermes rebranded to what. The point is they have two.
But
They have
want
two.
that.
What difference does it make?
I mean, like, I don't know. I just think they're throwing money away. Domino's
anyways.
Pizza is $11 billion market cap, by the way. I just want to say that. What do you?
All right, but does Domino's Pizza sell
or Polygon Matic?
Does Domino's Pizza? I've spent more money on Polygon than I have on Domino's, and I've eaten a lot of Domino's in my day.
Bullshit.
That's fucking facts.
I mean, token. You bought the token.
No, I bought Trump NFTs.
Oh. That's the first
is-
time and most valuable thing you've done on Polygon. That's it.
All right. Show me one of your NFTs. Show me one of your NFTs that has more utility than a dinner with Donald J. Trump himself.
No, I'm not down.
I'm being
That
dead
has the most
serious. Like,
utility. No, I think the Trump NFT, like I said, is the best thing that's happened on the Polygon chain since fucking creation. I think it's the best thing that's happened. And they didn't do a BD partnership for that. They had to do a BD partnership for everything else that produced nothing.
well,
Where is the Starbucks Polygon reward system?
I think you're expecting this stuff to move too fast. Like these partnerships are. I don't think they're hot air. I think that they're strategic. I think that they know what they're doing to appreciate the token to make it stronger in times like this, so they can continue to fund whatever the hell they want to fund. But anyways, one of the first things you said was that they started off with the side chain, and then all this other stuff was probably a pivot. Pivots aren't bad. Number one, like most successful startups will undergo multiple pivots before they're successful, so there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of your complaints were about how shitty the sidechain is, which is totally true. It fucking sucks. There's what, you capture like 2 of their validators and all of a sudden you can control the whole chain, something like that. It's slow. The apps suck. The experience is just worse compared to any other EVM chain. And it's bad, but like it's not necessary that a crypto project, a crypto company has like a crypto native facing product, like a crypto native like chain, something you can go and like buy NFTs on or use DeFi on or whatever. That's not necessary. What like totally is feasible.
Somebody has to
is
use it. If it's not us, it has to be another business. Is that what you're saying? That's right.
Starbucks
Infrastructure
customers,
for some
NFL fans, Redditors, Disney fucking kids. I don't know what they're doing for Disney. Not even that. They have what is it? Polygon Supernets. So they have one of the first like roll up deployers that launched. I think Doge Chain is built on Polygon Edge. They have.
I will give you
well, they don't have it anymore, but they have Polygon availability.
I will give you Polygon Edge. I will give you Polygon Edge. I will give you.
All the things, that's the one you give me.
But how does that tie to Matic though? Explain that to me. Maybe I'm just dumb as fuck. Probably.
Okay, well, no. It's not that you're dumb. It's that the market's dumb. I mean, maybe a little bit of both, but it's mostly that the market's dumb. It's because people hear all this shit, and what's the first thing they think? Oh, let me go buy the Matic token. If I hear that Polygon is doing whatever, such and such, how can I profit off of that? As with any other company, if it's any other, if it's you know if it's a Solana partnership, I can go buy Solana. It's probably going to directly benefit Solana because there's only one Solana L1. There's one main Solana product. If it's a company, I can go and buy the company's stock. If it's Matic, I can go and buy Matic, even though it probably isn't going to lead back to the sidechain itself, even though it probably like doesn't flow back into the token in one way or another. It's what the public thinks. It's like what enough people believe. And I'm sure in some ways it does flow back to it as well. Like I'm sure maybe not with some of their existing products right now, but with their Disney, NFL, Starbucks, whatever partnerships, I'm sure there's some way for that to make use of the sidechain. But even if not, it doesn't matter. It's just all about perception.
I guess. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I do get that people are going to buy the token whenever they want, or based on these news announcements or whatever. But I still think that there's nothing. No, and the thing is.
By the way, the Starbucks Odyssey is already live. I just Googled it.
What is it?
Oh, sorry, beta. It's a beta. Well, I have to sign up to find out, but you can earn points by collecting digital stamps, completing journeys, buying and selling stamps, and using your points stacks. It's just a rewards program. It's nothing special. Like, they're a dime a dozen in today's world. But here's one for Starbucks that's less overhead, in theory, more scalable.
Yeah, but it hasn't replaced
and less work for them.
It hasn't replaced their current system.
No, it's a beta.
Whole point.
Yeah, I mean, there's a transition period.
I mean, if they do transition, I don't know. I feel like they maybe I've been listening to the Solana people too much, but I also think that they're spending at least some of that $450 million acquiring these BD partnerships just through cash. Just through
can you do that?
Give you cash. Why can't you? Who's gonna stop them?
I don't think these companies. I don't think the thing is the companies that they're partnering with. I don't think they would sell their reputation like that. Like crypto can be a massive reputational risk if you don't do your homework.
They already sell their reputation getting involved in this space in any form.
No, that's not what Starbucks or Disney or NFL is thinking. What they're thinking is crypto is going to be this big thing. NFTs are going to be this big thing. We need to get ahead of it.
Okay, maybe their partnerships come to some kind of fruition down the line, and that's what people are speculating on in terms of the market cap and the token price. Maybe that's probably what it is. But how do you miss so many of the waves, so many of the new things that have happened since you've been in the space with a sidechain since 2019? Just talking about apps.
Because I don't think their focus has been building out a comprehensive ecosystem for their sidechain.
Why build a sidechain if you're not going to build an ecosystem in it?
Maybe it was a pivot. You said it from the beginning. I don't know. It was their initial product to start out, but it's not now. It's just the most accessible for most crypto people.
Yeah, I still think they should. You haven't convinced me. And I don't think I've convinced you that they're not shit, but
I don't know.
How can you not expect it to? How can you not do you understand my perspective at all in terms of how much of a nothing burger?
Yeah, but we're in crypto, dude. Everything's nothing. What does Ethereum do?
No, come on.
Go and buy 0.1 ETH's worth of apples, dude. You gotta suspend disbelief to some extent.
Ethereum is selling block space. And that's what
Polygon has block space too.
Yeah, but no one's buying it. No one's using it. That's my point. And yet they're at an $11 billion valuation. That's fucking.
So why can't you make that same point for any other alt L1?
If Arbitrum doesn't take over that whole fucking fully diluted valuation, I'm gonna be pissed.
Nah, you're gonna
was
be
there
pissed
when-
then. I hate to break it to you, but ARB's FTV is definitely gonna be higher. I don't know about market cap. Market cap definitely won't, but
Yeah, no. It better. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck.
I I mean, yeah, what you're saying is fair, I guess, but like I think you're being disproportionately harsh on them compared to other chains. Um, Solana doesn't do anything for the most part.
Oh
I mean,
come.
yeah, you could say like,
No,
okay,
they
what are
had
you gonna
they
tell me? You're gonna
okay.
tell me they have dexes and play to earn and they
No, no,
have
no, 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 no.
NFTs?
Do they do anything now that's worth going onto the chain? No. No. Did they? Yes, because Ethereum gas fees were too high for the average person, so they migrated to Solana. And also, you have to understand that the hot air has already popped out of Solana because of the SBF FTX shit. So the point is proven that there was hot air in that shit. I'm saying that that same pop is going to happen with Matic because there's still too much hot air in that. They have some foundation, they have some potential, but for what they are now, they are not worth $11 billion. They are.
Well,
But
okay, no,
they
they're
should-
not. Yeah,
They should
but
not
you
be
can
worth
you can
$11
extrapolate that.
billion.
You can extrapolate, dude. Look at the top 10. You can like what you're saying applies to like 99% of crypto.
And we will go.
You're telling me Cardano is worth
Every
15 mil. You're telling me
No.
XRP is worth 20 bill. You're telling me
No.
Dogecoin is
No.
worth 10 bill. You're telling me Polkadot is worth 8
Dogecoin,
bill.
yes. Dogecoin, yes. We're narrative. We talk about narrative trading on here. Dogecoin's narrative to me is stronger than the Polygon.
And what are the narratives people are trading on Polygon? Starbucks, NFL, ZKVM. They've
Polygon's
got
a
it
meme
all.
coin. So Polygon's a meme coin. Is what you're
Everything's a meme coin. Everything's a meme coin. Memes are powerful.
I think as
I spent $1,000 on a
public
Trump
face-
NFT, and you're gonna tell me that memes don't
because
like?
of Donald.
It's all
because of
memes.
Donald
It's all a
Trump.
meme. It's all meme. It's all one big meme.
That was an educated investment. Polygon is more of a meme than the Donald Trump NFT. I don't care. I don't care. Until you start sending me text messages saying like, "Oh, I found this new shit on Polygon." Like you dove into the Trump NFT, still couldn't find anything even in that ecosystem worth fucking looking at. And they're bringing new projects into it. That's the thing. Also, if you don't care about your sidechain, why are you bringing in new NFTs from
Because they're
Solana?
not. Well, they didn't bring in Solana. I don't know what the process went
brought
like,
in-
but there was no official.
they
There was
brought
no
in
official
DeGods.
partnership with the. Oh, they did bring in DeGods. That's right.
They paid
Well,
him
I don't-
$5 million. They paid him $5 million in a grant.
Is that actually what happened?
That's
Because I
actually
don't know
what
much
happened.
about what happened there. Oh,
That
shit.
is 100% what happened. And they are building an L2 for Solana.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the fuck is
Wait,
happening?
wait. Eclipse? Is that what it's called?
Eclipse, I think. If I remember. I
No,
talked about
Eclipse
this
is
with
the
Josh.
Eclipse is the roll up provider. I thought.
For Solana. I think.
No.
I sent it to you a fucking while ago.
Or maybe it is for Solana. I was just talking to their like head of something like last week. Eclipse. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, it's the same Eclipse. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that was the
Come on.
same one.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing building an L2 for Solana?
It's not an L2. It's a roll up
What are we
provider. So it's like roll up. It's like app specific roll ups. So like if you want to deploy a game with your own chain and have all the block space to yourself, you can use Eclipse to deploy one easily. It's like a totally valid use case, I think. There's plenty of stuff like this popping up. What was the other one? I mean, it's what Polygon supernets are, essentially, except on Solana.
And dude, I don't know. And then he was also talking about like layer 3s, that the immutable X deal and partnership is like the idea of an L3. Like, don't you think it'd be more useful if we, I don't know, $450 million. $450 million later, what have we got? All those deals. I don't know. I mean, I hope we get something. I hope they're the best ZK EVM to ever come
No, you
out.
don't. No, you don't.
I do.
You just want them. You just want them to lose at this point. Like,
No, I do. I'll be happy if they do something great with their ZK EVM. But from the track record, I don't know. I believe in the ZK Sync people more than the Polygon guys. It's just the truth.
tell me what ZK Sync has done to prove to you that they have a decent track record.
They have a cooler name. No, I just think. I mean, I haven't listened to that. I didn't listen to that podcast for like a while, but their ethos and how they're setting up their raise, like they raise like 400 million, but they put 200 million that into like an ecosystem fund, and like, you know, it just seems like the Matter Labs
Aptos did
guys
the
are
same
just
thing.
better people, and like they're trying to pioneer like some kind of like auditing system, and like I bought into it. I bought into the whole ZK Sync hype. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like everyone
And
I
it
know
seems like
who's
Polygon's just playing catch up.
playing catch up. They've been on the ZK from stuff for a while. They've had, I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
but their
still the same
announcements are
now,
coming
but
later.
they have theirs would actually be the first on mainnet from the current launch date. I think they're posted for the end of this month. I don't know if they're going to hit it, but if they do, and I know they had like the best performing testnet out of all the ZK VMs.
Hey, I hope they do it. I hope they do
Yeah,
it.
sure you do.
I hope they do it. I really do.
I feel like everyone
But
I've met
I
in
don't believe
crypto,
it.
everyone I've met who's been in crypto for more than like 4 or 5 years knows Sandeep. Like, I think it's just a thing that happens. Like, I respect the hell out of that guy because it's just like he's everywhere, you know? Like yes, you hear about all
I'm
these
sure
different
he's a
Polygon
great
partnerships,
guy.
but also everyone you meet knows Sandeep.
Yeah, I feel like the dude was in the trenches, like with everyone since day one, of people caring about this.
Yeah.
Damn, people are paying. What is this? Someone's using ZK Sync to pay for shit at a food truck? The fuck?
ZK Sync? What?
I don't know.
ZK Sync's in testnet.
That's my Polygon rant. But yeah, I hope Arbitrum eats their whole shit for breakfast. Their whole thing.
That would be nice. I definitely wouldn't be upset about that.
Do you
that's for
know
sure.
if you know what I want you to do right now?
What?
I want you to Google Polygon. What is Polygon? If you type in what is Polygon to Google, the first couple things you'll see is Coinbase saying that they are an L2 and a sidechain.
The L2 is a marketing play. I think it was smart because they're obviously not an L2.
Like I'm not the most genuine person. I'm not the most like morals heavy guy, but like, fuck, why? What's the point?
About
Okay. Moving to Arbitrum. You got a good airdrop. I'm actually very psyched for you. I mean, not to feed into the hopium, but who knows? What,
I'm actually
can
surprised
retire
you
off
didn't
this?
get a bigger airdrop. I don't know about that. My question is, how do you work for an Arbitrum from a project built on Arbitrum,
Right.
yet like you only got it from
I mean,
you only were eligible from one account?
I just never really used multiple accounts. I guess I just wasn't playing.
You know what
I
did
just
it for me?
didn't think it wasn't coming.
My one main account, like the one account that got the highest allocation, which was like 7,000, which wasn't that much compared to some, but
7,000 was a lot. I think like a very
7,000
small
I mean,
percent
yeah,
had
the-
over
the-
5K tokens.
yeah, I think the highest allocation was between 10 and 12 per wallet. But like how I actually got this was like number one, I'd just been using Arbitrum on this wallet for a long time. Like I hit for all of the overtime things because it was over 9 months. But the biggest thing was when I when I um when I first like needed to start using my crypto as like spending money, I it's because of this thing right here. I got it. Is my number on this? No, my number's not on this. I got one of these, and I
You
would,
have one of those?
yeah, I've had one of these for a long time, and I would, uh, like, anytime I would
Off
get
ramp into
paid
Arbitrum.
for work, yeah, I would bridge to Arbitrum, send it to my Crypto.com account, and just spend money from there. So I bridged a lot of fucking, well, not a lot, but like in my terms, I bridged a lot of money to ARB from that one account. So it ended up being a lot. Um,
So what were you doing on other accounts? Were you just like I'm gonna farm this, or were you just coincidental? Like I just need to make
I
multiple
just
accounts and use.
I just have 4 accounts, 5 accounts I use regularly no matter what. Um, I
Yeah, but it's one thing spreading those accounts for like E stuff, but I'm surprised you spread them out for Arbitrum stuff.
I use Arbitrum a lot, dude.
Did you have
It was
like
just a
a
safety thing.
yeah?
Like I have my ledger, which is like my ledger. Honestly, I didn't really know how to use it when I first started using it. I still interacted with a lot of applications. It was like a hot ledger, which was, I guess it was more safe than a regular hot wallet, but that was the one that was the most eligible because I've been using that the longest. I have like a main hot wallet. I have a second main hot wallet. Really, I just
They're
have
all
I have 5 wallets. I have 5 wallets of varying degrees
varying
of
temperature.
like, yeah. So
That's
like
good.
number one got like 4K. Number two got like 2.5K. Number three got like 1,200. And number four got like 1,200 too. So
So your total is
uh,
7. You said right?
no, my total's like 15.
Holy shit.
Uh, yeah, yeah,
Are you done? Are you
pretty
so okay? Question of the day is: are you dumping at $1? Yes or no?
at $1. I think if you had asked me like the first day that this was announced, I would
You
say
were ready to
yes.
dump. You were
Yeah,
ready to dump.
yeah, I was. I was like 15K. Holy shit! Like that's sick. Um, now, now I don't know. I'm having trouble answering that question to be honest. I think the
So how
consensus.
do you go about thinking about that?
Well, like I don't know, man. Twitter and like
Are you
Discord and
looking at
stuff
the
just gets me
IOUs and
confused.
like?
Yeah, it's like all the news and stuff just gets you like it gets you all fucked up and like you don't really know what to think because like it is valuable to some extent, like FTV it really is a meme and I don't know, like I think the consensus like that most average like I support the current thing kind of view is buy below 1, hold slash accumulate slash farm between 1 and 2, sell above 2. Um,
Yeah, that's what I see.
which
But
is
like,
like
I'm talking drop. Like, I'm talking as soon as it drops. Claim.
it
You
depends
make
on
the
what.
claim. What do you see
You know what I've
happening
been
at
thinking?
claim? Because
Uh,
I will give you what the normies are saying. I've been on the fucking absolute most disgusting, like brain fucking like boiling TikTok fucking lives for crypto, and it is god awful. But the one thing that I do to gauge what these people know and what they don't know, it was around when the Arbitrum token launched. I was like, did you get any ARB tokens? The consensus from that norm group is we heard about the airdrop, because you got to understand what I feel like is happening is the airdrop idea is getting like the airdrop terminology in itself is growing to the normie ecosystem because it's one of the easiest ways to make money, obviously. And not easiest, but like it's like hitting the lottery almost because it's like
mhm.
free money. And so when the Blur shit happened, like you ask people about Blur now, they'll know what it is because they've heard about the token and they've heard about it because of the airdrop success and the people talking about how much they made off the airdrop. They're not using it. They're not bridging over to it. They're going on Coinbase or wherever the fuck and buying Blur token. Like that's what some of them were talking about that they did post airdrop. And like, I don't think you did. I didn't. If I was going to buy, it would be on like a DEX. But you can imagine that like these people hear about it and they just fucking start buying it. And I don't think it was enough because the Blur shit dumped as soon as it got on centralized exchanges, and like, what was that, like $5 initially for like a split second, and then went all the way down to $1, and then it had that run. But I wasn't in these TikTok lives when the fucking Blur shit was happening, so I couldn't gauge like what they think pre-airdrop. But people are talking, like I asked people, oh, I didn't get any tokens in the airdrop. I didn't participate in the airdrop, but I will be buying on Coinbase. I will be buying a shit ton of Arbitrum. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. Like that's what most of these people are saying. And so I think that is one of the aspects that not a lot of people are mentioning. So question is, did the Arbitrum airdrop is it getting enough of the news and like reach that the Blur airdrop is going to get for
More.
I think that's the question.
Easily more.
It's got to be more, right?
It's just got to be magnitudes more. It's Arbitrum. Like I don't know, Blur. It was like debated whether or not this thing should have like a bill to like 2 bill FDV. It's like, if Arbitrum doesn't have like twice that, people are going to be very surprised. Not even twice that, like 5 times that. People are going to be quite surprised.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
I'm gonna be buying is what I'll be doing if that happens.
That's $1 though.
Oh wait.
10 bill valuation is $1.
Oh, 10 bill. Okay, I said between 1 and 2, so between 5 and 10. If it's below 10, I'm probably buying. I don't know. I mean, just you saying that now.
What are you buying based off though?
Buying based off the fact that it's Arbitrum.
Comps.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, Arbitrum is the closest. Like Blur was not a fair comparison to OpenSea, because OpenSea, like, that was the biggest comparison people gave. But OpenSea raised during a bull market when they were at absurd, unsustainable metrics. And like nobody had a valuation for where they're at now. But Arbitrum, who you're comparing them to, like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, BNB, like they're all chains that do optimism. But I mean, you know, Solana and Polygon like aren't that far off from what Arbitrum does as like a token fundamentally. But like Blur, those comparisons, there was nothing to compare to with Blur. So comps work a little bit better here, I think. But I think the point of like, because like a lot of people still missed out on this airdrop. Like, I think.
I don't know how you missed the Arbitrum airdrop if you're on crypto Twitter.
I was actually talking to someone today. I won't call him out, but someone we both know who didn't get any allocation. And he told me
I was very shocked by that.
He told me he's just like not active on chain. Like he just doesn't have the mental bandwidth to do stuff like that. So every, once a month, whatever, he buys ETH, stakes it, keeps it on chain, and then he's done. That's all the on chain activity he does. And like he's gonna outperform most people doing that. So like,
for sure.
No sweat off his back, but I'm sure it hurts. Huh?
What percent of on-chain users would you equate that user to in terms of the whole? You say that kind of user is like 10 to 15% of people using?
I think there's a way to find an answer to that, but I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to say. I mean, you could totally figure that out if you can go on like Dune and like see which wallet addresses have interacted with like less than 3 tokens, something like that. That would probably give you a good answer. But like my point being is that like most of these people, most wallets got less than what, like 5K on their airdrop.
Yeah.
And Arbitrum as a token is already a blue chip. Like without even like it doesn't even have to launch. It's already like one of the top like digital assets to be holding. I think non fungible, fungible at least. Um, so like yes, like normies are going to be buying, not normies, but like relative normies compared to us. I think like whoever's still around in this space of TikTok. To me, it sounds increasingly like if you have a decent airdrop allocation, the play is to claim from the contract as soon as you're able to. So that's probably going to be a little bit before the claim period opens on the front end. Send to some degenerate exchange, so like KuCoin or whoever lists it first, really. Send it to wherever you find the most
Partnered with
liquidity.
anybody to list?
I'm sure there's already like been listing announcements for it. I can't name any off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's happened. Send it to some degenerate exchange and you just dump it because they're gonna have liquidity. They're gonna be market making. I'm sure they've partnered with some exchanges to start market making from like minute one. So you just dump it right
I don't
there,
think they've announced those yet.
and then you can buy it back down like another like 50-60%.
Do you think it goes down though, or do you
From
think everyone
from
feels
those
under-allocated?
from those I think from those very initial bids, it's most likely that it does. Like that's where if the IOUs are sitting at like $10, like it has to have like an absurd like initial starting price that just gets blasted through within the first like 10 minutes. So if you can hit that, then yeah, it goes down to something reasonable within like the $1 to $3 range, and then maybe from there it moons. From there, I couldn't tell you. But to me, that seems like the easiest
partner with
play.
anybody.
I could have
For
sworn I
for-
saw them listing on
The people are listing IOUs, like BitMEX did.
exchanges. Exchanges are listing IOUs.
Yeah, BitMEX launched the IOU.
That's
yeah.
wild. That's
I mean,
wild.
most of them are. The biggest one was BitMEX that did it. Not like Coinbase definitely did not. The meme one was like Hotbit with like 150K liquidity. So it's like that was where it was. People were showing it at $10.
ARB, it's listed on KuCoin.
Is it really? Why wouldn't that be on their Twitter?
Well, it's actually I don't know. It's on CoinCarp.com, whatever the hell that is. For trading pairs, ARB USDT deposits start. Deposits have started already, so if you have liquid ARB tokens, you can deposit.
What?
Yeah, no. KuCoin did tweet it. World premiere new listing. ARB gets listed on KuCoin. Yep. Deposits are now open. Trading to be announced. And they'll
Okay, so
enable
there
a
it
trading
is.
service when the token
Move it to
meets
KuCoin.
liquidity requirements.
So your play is move it to KuCoin.
I don't know if I have the balls to
That's-
do that. I guess it's not that like I don't know. It's a big
They're not
airdrop,
that
dude.
degenerate.
I don't want to send potentially 30K to an exchange.
Yeah, because then there's like a chance it gets like stuck and shit, right?
Yeah, and like
layer
the
of-
exchange is gonna be like throttled, and I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make that decision closer to when is the launch actually? It's soon, right?
It's the 22nd.
It's
Or no, 23rd?
It's 2 days from tomorrow morning, so the 23rd.
First day of Ramadan, man. That's why it's gonna go up.
Yeah,
That's why it's gonna go up.
it's a pretty
So,
bullish
all right,
catalyst.
just to get your guess on recording, you're beating around the bush with a number. Just give the people a number. Give the people a market cap. Give them a positioning on the CoinGecko market cap chart. We want to know. We want to know. From the biggest airdrop holder. That's gonna be the title of this one.
That's not. It's not accurate. I mean, I don't know. You're in theory. No, not in theory. Your answer should definitely be different. Like on the 23rd, as it is like a week later. Like.
But just give a number, man. Just give a number.
I want to say between $1 and $3. is like the best range I can give you, I think, for that first week, save for like outliers within the first like 15 minutes of trading.
First 15 minutes, you think it tops out at $3?
No. First 15 minutes, I think I don't know what the fuck it does, but after that, I think between $1 and $3 is where it's gonna sit.
So that puts it 10 billion. Market
Between
cap is
between 10 and 30 bill fully diluted. Jesus Christ, that's bullish. Okay, wait, $3? I don't know, dude. That's almost that's
bullish. $3 is bullish. I thought you meant 10.
that's. Oh no. 10 is I think $1 is reasonable. I think that is like, but I also think if we get there, like we're not going to see a lot of people selling. Like people are going to be like, oh, this shit should go higher. It's Arbitrum, and that could lead to some irrational.
Do you think this is good timing for them?
Price action. Like launching a token on the backdrop of the U.S. financial system melting down, or like.
So you're placing it at a $10 billion valuation that puts them at a 1.27. They're launching 12.75% initially airdrop. So that puts them at a $1.275 billion market cap. That puts them at the 45th spot, right above Phantom and right below EOS. Below the graph, below Algorand.
EOS is still up there?
EOS is still here. Below ApeCoin, below Internet Computer, ICP, below Stacks, below fucking VeChain, below Near, below Crow.
Okay, $2.
Token.
Let's say $2. I'm looking at FDBs now. Because Optimism's got 11.
You didn't really look at my tweet, man. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense that this thing doesn't go to 10. No, I'm kidding.
Optimism is at 11 bill FDB. I think
Optimism market cap is
between 1.5 and 2 is where I would narrow my range to.
Market cap though.
FDB market cap would be, I don't know.
FDB is a meme, man.
Okay, well, I mean for now.
So
okay, then 1.2.
1.2 is what their market cap would be.
1.5 to 1.2.
So double that for market cap.
I thought it was 10%, so I guess I'm a little bit off.
No, it's 12.75. So double 1.2 billion, so it'd be 2.4 billion. 2.4 billion puts them below Bitcoin Cash and above Filecoin and above Aptos.
Oh yeah, FDB totally is a meme. When you sort by FDB, this shit looks kind of funny.
FDB is a meme. Cosmos is at a $3.4 billion market cap, for reference. I could see
Cosmos
them sitting
is a trash
below
coin,
there.
though.
It is a trash coin.
Damn, what the fuck is Edge coin? What is this thing? This thing has an FDB of
Are you
1
sorting by
trillion.
FDB?
Yeah. It's a stable coin with a market cap of 1 trillion.
Avalanche
What is
is
this
a
thing? I want some.
$5.4 billion market cap.
Smart bank for smart people. Smart card, smart.
Avalanche with a $12 billion fully diluted valuation. Okay, so let's talk about the other aspects of the token itself. Gives you governance, so you can disperse incentives. I feel like is the main value prop there. You can.
I feel like we should talk about where this airdrop's going to go afterwards, because a lot of people, I think, sure, some people maybe who missed out are going to go and buy ARB on Coinbase, but a lot of people who got the airdrop, I think, are going to go and sell it for other Arbitrum tokens.
I disagree.
Why? It's literally all anyone's talking about. Is it not?
I disagree.
What?
I don't know why I disagree, but I mean, what's better than ARB at right now? Like Maybe I'm
Well,
listening to
people
too much
want the
macro
eco.
shit.
They
I'm
get the
listening to too much
airdrop.
macro, but I'm also like I'm just not ready to go that far deep right now.
I mean, it's an intuitive
I
next
get
step.
burned every time I go that far. I'm just
They
not.
get the airdrop. Arbitrum allocates X% of the token
They're
supply to
allocating
be given out
1%, which is a billion
1%
tokens still.
for ecosystem incentives.
Wait, no. I'm talking about what's getting airdropped to DAOs.
Yeah, 1,000 Arbitrum ecosystem. But the treasury they have a DAO treasury as well. And we talked about this. You don't think that the DAO treasury would allocate more of that to different projects in the Arbitrum, given that Arbitrum is literally the lifeblood of DeFi now? Like,
Yeah, 42% in the treasury.
I don't doubt that some of that is going to go there. That's what I'm saying is we need to be active in that. Not active. We just need to be paying attention to governance.
See where it goes.
Yeah. And even so, 1%.
Yeah, I think
1%. What is that? Like
1% is going to DAOs in the Arbitrum ecosystem.
that's like 100 mil. That's a lot.
That's included. That's included with like that's what's launching this week. The DAOs and the individual wallets are launching this week. That's what's getting airdropped. But for treasury,
the DAOs are launching this week too.
No. So they have
not said
DAOs
which
in the
ones are.
Arbitrum ecosystem. So that's 1.1% for DAOs in the Arbitrum.
Yeah, is that portion of the token launch? Is that portion of the token launching this week?
Yeah, and individual wallets get 11.6%. So that's a total of 12.7. The DAO treasury is going to be 42.8.
More details
That
will
should
be
get
added
17.
around individual DAO allocation shortly, is what it says. I think. Oh, dude, you know what the fucking play is? You know what the play is?
No.
Plutus, because Plutus already has PLS ARB without any knowledge of what. Yeah, well, they don't already have it. They've already announced it. Without any knowledge of how the token is actually going to be used past governance. They just announced PLS Radiant. They if anybody's going to get incentives, it's going to be Plutus. It's going to be GMX.
No, they announced
it's going to be
who's getting the 1%.
No, they didn't. Show me.
Yes, they did.
No way.
I saw it somewhere on Twitter. Where the fuck is
I'm
it?
looking at the docs, and it says more details around individual DAO allocation. More details will be added around individual DAO allocation shortly.
Treasure is the one that's getting the most.
I saw projections around it that put Treasure at the top.
Bro, where is this? I can't find it anywhere. Let me see. Okay, so regardless, whoever gets the most, you're talking of initial airdrop, we should start interacting with? Is what you think is the...
Well, no, because I don't think we're going to have an edge there. I think everybody else is going to be doing the same thing, and we're going to have no way to front run that. My point was keeping up with the governance proposals that pop up, and just the discussion that happens within the DAO.
Yeah. That's
because DAO discussion has a lot more alpha than people realize. Like you can find.
We should put out something. We should ask for allocation for Arbitrum sponsorship.
You know what we should do is we should start a newsletter or a news thing of some kind where we just go and we just scrape alpha from DAOs specifically. We have like a weekly DAO update where we're just in their discords on their snapshots, whatever, and we're like, oh, this week we talked about this, and that, and we have highlights with actionable info. It's oh, this week we talked about allocating incentives to these guys. But that sounds boring. I don't want to hang out in discords like some sort of cuck. But yeah, no, Plutus. Plutus, I'm sure there's gonna be No, that's definitely on the 20 side of things. That's not. That's the long tail for sure.
But we still
But yeah,
should,
Plutus.
should
I
still
mean,
pay
Plutus ARB
attention.
farming. Yeah, yeah. I mean, to the important ones.
Plutus ARB. So what does that mean? What
That
does
means you're probably
Plutus
gonna be able
ARB
to
mean? Is
you're
it
probably gonna
what
be
is
able to
Plutus?
LP Plutus ARB and ARB and earn like fucking 50% in Plutus tokens or something like that. And if Arbitrum
So you
allocates
earn.
some of the tokens to them, then they're also gonna be handing those out as rewards easily.
Okay.
See, Plutus just hit an
You know what
all-time
this
high.
makes me think?
People already thought of this. God fucking damn it, dude. Plutus is ripping
You
right
know what this?
now.
You know what this makes me think? This makes me think that a lot more protocols are going to be buying Arbitrum and allocating them and trying to build a bunch of Arbitrum. Because, okay, they initially dropped 1%. Let's say that, because that thing that I saw was like GMX gets the most, Treasure gets second most, and then everything else falls kind of off a cliff in terms of the 1%. It's still substantial, but like if you're a protocol in the Arbitrum ecosystem, where like okay, DeFi revolves around incentives. What is going to incentivize people more than an ARB token? Your goal is to accumulate as much ARB token as you can, because then you can just start incentivizing people to. Well, I guess the goal is to have as much cheap ARB token as you can. Because in reality, if you start incentivizing people to bring liquidity to your protocol, you're giving that Arbitrum not away to them, but it comes at a cost, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh man, all I'm hearing is that I don't own enough Plutus.
what's the Plutus thing? They're not
Because
that bad.
it was a good idea. Like I totally like, and I just come over here and they're up 30% in a day, and they're already fucking god damn it. Anyways, yeah, no, I mean, which like, um, I think that makes sense. I think it's also interesting because like the L3 thing will start to play into that discussion at some point too. Um,
They're a governance.
you know,
Plutus is a
we were
governance.
talking about.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know too much about what exactly Plutus does. It says
They
they're a
just
governance
accumulate.
black hole.
Yeah, they just accumulate other. It's literally like the Arbitrum like index token. They just accumulate other usually like yield tokens on ARB, and
I heard about
they
them
run
using that index
strategies or
token.
stake them themselves to influence governance to earn more yield. I was
Okay,
actually
so where's
farming
Hidden Hand?
Hidden Hand, like from Redacted.
The
What do you mean?
yeah, aren't they like big governance token hoarders? Do they have some
Yeah,
kind
but
of
they're not on
incentive to
Arbitrum.
pay for this? Oh, they're not on Arbitrum?
No, they're on mainnet. Um, I was farming
Anyway,
Plutus DPX for a while. Actually, I was earning like 40, 50% on it. I'm pretty sure it was doing pretty well.
nice, nice.
Maybe. Oh shit, Camelot. Why is this linked to
Fuck
Camelot?
that. Fuck that. That fucking chart is fucking bullshit. That shit does nothing.
Oh, that's why. Huh. The DPX the DPX PLS DPX pair that I used to farm on Plutus before Camelot was a thing is now routed through Camelot because you farm there and you earn Plutus rewards and Xgrail rewards. And holy shit, it's 80% APR. Damn.
I'm not going
Oh, but
that
it's
deep.
locked. Oh no, it's not locked. Yo,
I don't know if
how are
I'm
they
ready
allowed
to
to
go
do
that
this?
deep.
Dude, we're literally just doing all the same shit over again.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I'm scared.
There's no way this is not an echo bubble.
I'm
The
very
same
scared.
shit. The music's gonna stop faster this time.
So fast.
And so
Cause
fast. I don't
I
know.
heard about Plutus. I heard about Plutus when I was at XCal and people were just talking shit about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay attention to this. It's kind of people are saying it sucks. And then I heard about the Camelot shit because they were just partnering with everybody. They had the knight in shining armor with the knife shit with every single fucking protocol on the planet.
Hmm.
And then I saw that most of their TVL and like activity that was going on was just the Camelot or the Grail ETH pair. So I'm like, okay, people are just in the Grail USDC pair. So like people are just trading the token like this is shit. And then they fly like 2x in a month. 4x.
Ooh, dude, imagine
4x in a month.
farming that. They had crazy rates, and the token was so cheap for so long, and then they just exploded. Ridiculous. Anyways, I'm looking at an ETH chart right now, and I just formed my entire macro
I feel like we
strategy.
have to make that bet.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been thinking recently too.
It goes up with like a small size, you know.
That's got to be so nice, dude. Imagine farming something for like not even something crazy, like 50% APR. Farm for a couple months and it explodes. That 50% APR all of a sudden is like 5,000.
Like that'll come back. I feel like that'll come back. I mean, we might.
It already did come back. It happened with Camelot.
No, I mean like where it's like everywhere. I feel like it was everywhere at one point, like on every chain. Like it, you know, that was the whole L1 rotation.
Dude, this Edge coin, we could totally depeg this thing, dude. They have a $500 million market cap, 22 mil in trading volume. It's not even on a single
22 mil trading volume.
It's not on a single sex I can name. It's on sex.io, Probit Global, sex.io again, but this time against USDT, Coinsbit, and P2B.
So why don't we just take a flash loan, short it on Sex? They have liquidity. They have a mil in liquidity.
So what? We need to get
perps.
No, this probably spot. It's gotta be spot. It's a stable coin. All their liquidity is on Probit. But if we can't short, how do we nuke it and still profit? We have to borrow against it or something.
Yeah. We have to borrow USDT against it?
Can we do that? Is that possible? This is a Stellar Lumen. This is a Stellar Lumen stable coin.
Is on Stellar Lumen?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, sidetracked. Maybe we'll talk about depegging a stablecoin later. Damn, what a fucking fully diluted. Oh, this is what you were looking at.
Yeah, dude, it's 1 trillion. It's literally at the top and not like nothing else is close.
What else do we got? Do you want to give a GEARBOX pitch that we can clip?
A GEARBOX pitch? Yeah, I can give a little GEARBOX pitch. I wrote a little report on GEARBOX, but I shan't be sharing.
What interests you the most about GEARBOX? I've heard about it from like the Caesar's snack sandwiches guy.
It's not that it's like super special right now. Like you can earn decent yields on it. I think you can get something like 20% against USDC if you go and lend on there. And it's also not. Yeah, there is actually. I think so. It's basically like it's essentially a way to use leverage in theory, across all of DeFi. So you have these like accounts, which are essentially like wallets, like smart contract wallets that users can, that borrowers and lenders both interact with. So like lenders will do the same thing they'll do for any protocol. They're going and lend capital and earn, X%. Borrowers, which right now are like limited to, they're called like leverage ninjas, I think, which is like whitelist essentially. It's like a minimum like 100K deposit, something like that. They're limiting it right now, obviously, because it's a pretty like novel primitive. But you have these like smart contract accounts. Borrowers are able to borrow up to like 10x against their minimum 100K position. The the lenders supply capital for that, and they can go and use that account across. In theory, one day it's across all of DeFi. Right now in V1, it was like Aave, Uniswap, like the Curve, Convex, like your stable, like trusted protocols.
So you can borrow 10x on 100K and go to Uniswap and use that?
Yeah, I think so. Was it 100? It's either 100K minimum or it's 100K. It's 100K like leverage or something with 100K. It's limited is the point being. But that was V1, and that was like one tranche they had, and how essentially the idea is to make this possible across like all of DeFi, so you could have like a base layer of leverage rather than like having to have Aave build out leverage, or like, I don't know, like CowSwap build out leverage or something like that. So what they're doing for the next one, is it V2 or V3? Whatever the next version is, either V2 or V3, is they're creating like different tranches where, so the top like least risk one is your like blue chip protocols that have very good reputations and are very unlikely to fail. And then you go a little bit higher, lenders earn a little bit more, borrowers pay a little bit more to borrow, but the protocols they can interact with are a little bit higher risk. That's where like, I don't know, something like CowSwap, or like, I guess like Euler before they blew up, something like, I don't know, maybe like Pendle or something like that would fall. It's just increasing degrees of risk appetite. And it's like maybe the third or fourth one up, you have like OpenSea or you have like Blur. So you can go and leverage. Shit. Yeah, it works. It's just a wallet. It's just a wallet where lenders give you capital, but because the wallet is managed, it's a smart contract. It's managed by the protocol. It dictates your liquidation price, your loan health, this and that.
It can automatically pull from that if you fuck up.
It can, yeah. So but they've managed the hell out of the protocol. So it's so like, in my mind, it's so easily broken that they have to have like a pretty high degree of like care with it right now. Yeah. But it's really cool because it's super composable. Yeah, there's a token. I own a lot of it.
Full disclosures. Not financial.
Yeah, I guess not financial advice, all that. The problems are like, I would imagine like for something like that.
Are they incentivized
for their
with the token?
Yeah, they are. Not a ton, but I think borrowers are incentivized actually. I think it's with the token, it's plus EV to borrow, but obviously you can't borrow unless you're approved. You have to go in Discord and do some shit. I don't have enough size to get approved, so you just have to go and talk to the team. I'm pretty sure.
What is the criteria though? Is it like, I have another wallet with 100K?
Let me see exactly what it was. There's some size requirements.
Can't just be size though.
I mean, it's also it's size, and it's just at the team's discretion, I guess. Right now, like, I'm sure you have to. I don't know. The team like vets you in some way, I'm sure. Why can't I find the docs? GEARBOX.5. Anyways,
cool. I mean,
yeah, it is 0 to 1 in my eyes. You can have leverage across anything one day. And obviously in V1 it was just, Curve, Convex, Uniswap, Lido, whatever. They're also decentralized from day one, which is interesting, I think. I don't know how that approach is going to be. And there was something else. There was something else with their code base that was interesting. What was that?
Oh, so you can supply. There's like, this is Euler basically.
This is, well, Euler was per asset, and it wasn't. It was all managed through. I actually thought it was Euler, but it was all managed through Euler. Whereas this is like you can go and use other protocols. Well, it was its own
Yeah, I
AMM, was
think
it
you could
not?
take less. I never used it, um, but I
I used
saw
it
people
once,
talking
but I used it.
strategies for it that were interesting. Provide gear ETH liquidity on curve. Damn, 74%. This is interesting. This is one of those ones where I hate the logo and I hate the name, so I won't
I
buy
don't like the
into it.
logo much either. I don't hate the name necessarily. Why can't I find? I'm in their Discord. I can totally just fucking check there.
Consensus does auditing? The fuck?
Consensus? Consensus does everything.
Where's my interest yield coming from? The first number is organic APY you earn from borrowers. Diesel tokens?
You have to be a leverage ninja. I don't know what the like parameters for that are. At the moment, credit accounts are in leverage ninja mode. You can run the protocol. A list of addresses having access to the two. You can post your address on the governance forum with a few links. Leverage ninja mode, GEARBOX service business, blah blah blah. Practicalities around leverage ninja.
Slapjakes did a good, this is a good, Twitter thread. Trying to see if he talked about the leverage ninja stuff.
I mean, you can just go and ask. There is some limit, though.
Leverage ninjas who borrow assets to farm in DeFi protocols. Actively degen into top farms, manage their own risks, aren't very active in DeFi. Yeah, it doesn't say how you can get. Anyway, that's a good.
Yeah,
That's a good
it's
one.
cool.
That's nice.
Leverage
To see
NFT
DeFi.
trading could be fun. Yeah, leverage NFT trading, leverage. I don't know. Imagine like there's a version of this on Arbitrum. Not a version of this, but just essentially what Gearbox does on Arbitrum is called sentiment. I was thinking it'd be funny if like
They had a booth in Colombia.
did they?
That name sounds familiar.
I was thinking it would be funny if like you like open an account with sentiment with like 10x leverage and you go and like open like a 50x long on like gains or like a max leverage long on like GMX or something like that. It'd be pretty funny. Leverage. I mean, you can leverage your financial activity on in GameFi. You can. I don't know how that would work with like Lens or like social, but you have leverage there if you want. It's cool. I think
No
it's a
liquidity on there.
valuable primitive. Yeah, it's all very gated. I actually probably own more of the token than I should. I've more been thinking I'm gonna diversify that a little bit because they've still got a long ways to go.
Is there a comparison to be made with Maple? Or am I completely
Uh,
off base
I guess in its current state, mm, in its current state, no. Or in its current state, I think it's a decent comparison, just because it's pretty like heavily vetted. Um,
there?
well, actually, and but also the whole lending and borrowing, the whole lending and borrowing mechanism is entirely different. Like with Maple, it's not like you
That much
can
leverage.
get like you can't get that much leverage and you can't just get liquidated like that. Like you have custody of the assets. In this case,
Yeah, but like
the
seems like it went 0 to 1 as in Maple was 0.
uh
Not 0, but like
yeah, but
0.25.
Maple was never intended for this. I think Maple was more targeted for emerging markets, um, whereas this is meant to be trustless, um, and it's not right now, obviously. But I mean, just think, dude, it could be cool. They could just go and just open an account, and all of a sudden you got 10x leverage.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I like it.
and they have
Their logo.
They have a solid cap table too. I don't remember who do I see on the cap table. They have Santiago, Variant, Eagle Capital, 1KX, Darren Lau, Z Prime, GCR, Kobe. Kobe's on their cap table. I didn't even know that.
Kobe's on the cat table?
Yeah. Yeah, Darren and Daryl Lau are both on there. Nice on cap table.
Speaking of 1KX, let's check the
Ledger
OKB
Prime.
price.
How are those two related? Because they sound similar? Yeah, they do sound similar.
Almost an all-time high of $50 last week. Or no, last month. Beautiful to see.
All right, we
What
gotta
else we got?
start wrapping up here. It's been an hour and a half? Decent time.
Yeah, decent time. All right, that is episode 9. See everybody next week.